Some people find their greatest joy not in crowded events or bustling streets, but in the quiet corners of their own homes. They gravitate toward familiar, tranquil spaces where they can fully embrace their inner sanctuary. These individuals often hear the misconception that they're avoiding life, but the truth is far more profound. They're living intentionally, choosing peace over chaos and depth over superficiality. Imagine someone sipping tea by the window, watching the rain fall, and finding more meaning in that moment than in a room full of strangers. What sets them apart is their ability to create a safe, emotional space within their homes. For them, staying home isn't about hiding. It's about cultivating a sense of emotional security and authenticity. They thrive in environments where they can explore their inner world, whether through journaling, painting, or simply sitting in silence. Their homes become a refuge, a place where they can recharge and reconnect with their emotional intelligence. Far from being passive, these homebodies are deeply engaged with their inner lives. They find joy in small rituals, lighting a candle, arranging books on a shelf, or even preparing a simple meal. These acts may seem mundane to others, but to them, they're moments of introspection and creativity. And here's the thing, their preference for staying home isn't a rejection of the world. It's a deliberate choice to nurture their inner connection. But what drives this preference? Let's explore the psychological reasons behind it. The preference for staying home often stems from a deeply rooted psychological connection to one's inner world. These individuals possess a rich internal landscape filled with vivid imagination, profound emotions, and meaningful ideas. Psychologists describe this as a heightened state of introspection and self-awareness, where their focus naturally shifts inward rather than outward. It's not about avoiding the world, it's about finding fulfillment in the solitude that allows them to explore their inner sanctuary. This heightened self-connection often translates into a stronger sense of emotional clarity. When they're home, they can process their thoughts and emotions without the distractions of external noise. Think of it like tuning into a favorite radio station. When the static of the outside world fades, the signal of their inner voice becomes crystal clear. This clarity fosters emotional intelligence, helping them navigate life with a sense of calm and authenticity. Interestingly, this preference isn't limited to introverts. Even those who thrive in social settings can find immense value in the peace that comes from staying home. It's a chance to reset, recharge, and reconnect with their emotional core. In a world that often glorifies busyness, these moments of silence and solitude become a form of quiet rebellion, a way to reclaim their energy and focus. But what if solitude isn't just about being alone? Let's redefine what it truly means. Solitude is often misunderstood. Many confuse it with loneliness, but the two couldn't be more different. Solitude is a choice, a deliberate act of stepping away from the noise to embrace the richness of one's inner world. It's not about being isolated, it's about being deeply connected to yourself. Picture someone sitting on their couch, wrapped in a blanket, reading a favorite book. They're not alone. They're with their thoughts, their emotions, and their authentic self. Staying home doesn't mean cutting off from the world. It means creating a space where you can be yourself without judgment. It's about finding comfort in your own company and discovering the beauty of your inner sanctuary. When you're at home, you're not just in a physical space. You're in a mental and emotional space where you can explore your thoughts, nurture your creativity, and find peace in the stillness. It's a kind of presence that many people overlook in their rush to stay busy. What's fascinating is that solitude can actually deepen your relationships with others. By spending time with yourself, you gain emotional clarity and a stronger sense of self-awareness, which allows you to connect with others more authentically. Solitude isn't about shutting the world out. It's about preparing yourself to engage with it in a more meaningful way. And for those who love staying home, this rhythm of solitude often shapes their emotional experiences. Let's dive into the unique emotional rhythms of these individuals. For those who love staying home, life flows to a different rhythm, one that values the small, intentional moments over grand gestures. They find joy in the simplicity of everyday rituals, like brewing a cup of tea or lighting a candle at dusk. These moments, though small, carry immense meaning. It's not just about the act itself, it's about the emotional depth and introspection that these rituals invite. A quiet morning spent journaling or gazing out the window becomes a form of meditation, a way to connect with their inner sanctuary. What's remarkable is their ability to experience emotions with intensity and authenticity. A simple act, like watching the sunlight dance on the walls, can spark a profound sense of peace or even hope. They don't need extravagant experiences to feel alive. Their emotional intelligence allows them to find beauty and meaning in the smallest details. For example, taking a walk in their garden or listening to the rain can feel as fulfilling as attending a big event. It's not about what they do, it's about how they feel while doing it. This emotional rhythm also shapes how they approach life. Instead of chasing constant stimulation, they embrace the calm and clarity that come from slowing down. They understand that life isn't a race, but a journey of self-discovery and emotional harmony. Their ability to create meaning in the mundane is a superpower, one that fuels their creativity and strengthens their connection to their inner world. But this way of living also brings unique benefits. Loving to stay home comes with a wealth of benefits that often go unnoticed in a world obsessed with constant activity. For starters, these individuals tend to have heightened creativity and emotional intelligence. The quiet moments at home provide the perfect environment for introspection and exploration of their inner world. Whether it's painting, writing, or even rearranging furniture, their creativity flourishes in the peace and silence of their sanctuary. It's in these moments that they discover new ideas and solutions, often surprising even themselves. Another significant benefit is the ability to achieve clarity of mind and a deep sense of calm. The act of staying home allows them to step away from the chaos and overstimulation of the outside world. This isn't just about physical rest, it's about emotional rest too. In the stillness, they can process their thoughts, recharge their energy, and reconnect with their authentic self. For example, a simple evening spent journaling or meditating can leave them feeling more grounded and emotionally balanced. Perhaps the most underrated benefit is their relationship with silence. For them, silence isn't empty, it's full of potential. It's a tool for self-discovery, a space for learning and growth. In the quiet, they can observe their emotions, reflect on their experiences, and find meaning in ways that others might overlook. This ability to embrace silence is what makes them resilient and deeply connected to their inner sanctuary. But as rewarding as this lifestyle is, it's not without its challenges. Let's take a closer look at the obstacles they face. For those who love staying home, the challenges often come not from within, but from the world outside. Society tends to view their preference for solitude as a lack of ambition or even a sign of avoidance. They're often met with questions like, "Don't you want to get out more?" or comments that suggest they're missing out on life. This external pressure can feel isolating, as though their choice to prioritize peace and introspection is somehow wrong. But in truth, they're simply choosing a path that aligns with their inner harmony. Another challenge lies in the misjudgments they face. Many people assume that staying home equates to being incomplete or disconnected. Yet these individuals often have a stronger sense of self-awareness and emotional intelligence than those who constantly seek external validation. They've mastered the art of self-acceptance, but that doesn't mean the criticisms don't sting. Imagine being labeled as lazy when in reality, you're cultivating your inner world and finding clarity in the silence. Despite these challenges, they remain resilient, often turning criticism into an opportunity for growth. They learn to set boundaries and protect their emotional energy, recognizing that not everyone will understand their lifestyle. Their homes become a sanctuary, a place where they can recharge and find strength. But this isn't just about avoiding negativity. It's about mastering the art of emotional energy management. Managing emotional energy is a skill that those who love staying home have mastered out of necessity. It's not just about being introverted. It's about understanding how environments impact their emotional well-being. Loud, chaotic spaces can feel draining, leaving them emotionally depleted. That's why they gravitate toward the peace and security of their homes, where they can control the atmosphere. Imagine coming home after a long day, lighting a candle, and letting the silence wrap around you like a warm blanket. That's the kind of emotional reset they prioritize. Their ability to manage energy also comes from knowing when to say no. They understand that their emotional reserves aren't infinite, and they choose to spend their energy wisely. This might mean skipping a noisy party in favor of a quiet evening with a book or a creative project. It's not about avoiding people. It's about protecting their inner harmony and ensuring they have the emotional capacity to show up fully when it matters most. This is what makes their emotional intelligence so sharp. They know how to balance giving and recharging, At home, they create rituals that help them replenish their energy, whether it's practicing yoga, journaling, or simply sitting in silence. These small acts become powerful tools for self-care. They've learned that managing emotional energy isn't selfish. It's essential for maintaining clarity and authenticity. And while they may prefer solitude, it doesn't mean they don't value relationships. In fact, their approach to connections is just as intentional. Let's explore how they navigate authentic relationships next. For those who love staying home, relationships are about quality, not quantity. They value authentic connections over superficial interactions, which is why their circle of friends tends to be small but deeply meaningful. Trust is something they don't give away lightly, but once earned, their loyalty and emotional depth are unmatched. Imagine having a friend who listens not just to your words, but to the emotions behind them. That's the kind of connection they bring to the table. Their preference for solitude doesn't mean they avoid relationships. It means they approach them with intentionality. They're not interested in fleeting conversations or surface-level bonds. Instead, they seek relationships that align with their values and allow for genuine emotional exchange. This might look like a heartfelt conversation over coffee or a quiet evening spent with someone who truly understands them. These moments of true connection energize them, even as they cherish their time alone. Interestingly, their time spent in introspection often makes them more empathetic and emotionally aware in their relationships. They've spent so much time exploring their inner world that they're able to offer profound insights and support to those they care about. But their love for silence and solitude also means they need space to recharge, which can sometimes be misunderstood. However, this balance between connection and solitude is part of what makes them so emotionally resilient. And speaking of silence, let's delve into why it's such a powerful force in their lives. Silence is often underestimated, but for those who cherish staying home, it's a source of profound strength. In the stillness, they find a space to reflect, recharge, and reconnect with their inner world. Silence isn't empty for them, it's alive with possibilities. It's in these quiet moments that they gain clarity of mind, process their emotions, and uncover insights that might otherwise be drowned out by the noise of the world. Think of it as a mental detox, where the absence of sound creates room for emotional depth and authenticity. For them, silence is more than just the absence of noise. It's a form of communication. It teaches patience, resilience, and the ability to sit with their thoughts without fear. In a world that often equates busyness with success, their embrace of silence is almost revolutionary. It allows them to tune into their emotional intelligence, making them more self-aware and empathetic. Whether it's sitting quietly with a cup of tea or meditating in the early morning light, these moments of silence become a ritual of self-discovery. What's truly remarkable is how they use silence to navigate life's challenges. Instead of reacting impulsively, they pause, reflect, and respond with intention. This ability to find peace in the quiet strengthens their emotional resilience and helps them maintain balance in a chaotic world. But silence isn't just a tool for personal growth. It's also a shield against the overstimulation of the external world. Let's explore how they use their home as a protective space to manage the impact of the outside world. The outside world can be overwhelming, especially for those who find peace in staying home. The constant noise, overstimulation, and unpredictability of external environments can feel like an emotional drain. That's why they choose their home as a sanctuary, a place to shield themselves from the chaos. It's not about running away. It's about creating a space where they can process their experiences and transform them into emotional wisdom. For example, after a tough day, they might retreat to their favorite chair, letting the quietness of their surroundings bring them back to emotional balance. Their home becomes a buffer against the disappointments and challenges of the outside world. Broken friendships, misunderstandings, or even the pressure to conform to societal expectations can weigh heavily on anyone. But for them, these experiences are not just setbacks. They're opportunities for introspection and growth. Within the walls of their home, they reflect on these moments, learning how to navigate relationships and life with greater emotional intelligence and authenticity. What's truly inspiring is how they transform external challenges into inner strength. Instead of letting the world's chaos define them, they use their time at home to reconnect with their inner harmony. Their ability to turn pain into purpose and noise into clarity is a testament to their resilience. But this way of life isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving in their own unique way. And as we wrap up this journey, let's reflect on why staying home is not just a lifestyle, but a path to self-discovery and growth. For those who love staying home, the truth is clear. Home isn't just a physical space, it's a state of mind. It's where they find peace, reconnect with their inner world, and embrace the beauty of solitude. This lifestyle isn't about avoiding life. It's about living it on your own terms, with intention and authenticity. In a world that glorifies busyness, they remind us that slowing down, embracing silence, and nurturing our emotional intelligence are acts of courage and strength. This way of life teaches us that self-discovery doesn't require grand adventures. It can happen in the quiet moments of sipping tea, journaling, or simply sitting with your thoughts. It's about celebrating who you are, finding clarity in the stillness, and creating a life that feels true to you. The question isn't whether staying home is right or wrong. It's whether it brings you closer to your inner harmony and helps you grow at your own pace. Now, we want to hear from you. What did you think of this content? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss new content. If you know someone who needs to hear this message, share this video and help spread the message of authenticity and emotional growth. Your journey to self-discovery starts here, and we're in this together.